Saturday afternoon kick-off. Aberdeen 0, Celtic 1. Didn't actually get to catch this game because I was working, but I've seen the highlights, and all you need to know is Aberdeen are shite, Celtic pummeled them, and you know what? For 87 minutes, it almost paid off until Cal McGregor, Captain CALMAC, right? And I've said this before, I did it in a 5 Reasons Why Scott Brown Sucks video. Cal McGregor, right, is fucking clear of Scott Brown. Scott Brown was just the Celtic captain in a period where it was fucking harder for Celtic to win rather than to... No, harder for them to lose rather than to win. That was a big botch there, right? But, you know, I think Cal McGregor's better than Scott Brown, right? And if anyone else feels that opinion, wants to voice that opinion, put it in the comment section down below. I think he is. I think the guy's very well rounded. He can play attacking midfielder, he can just sit, he can be a box to box, or he can be defensively minded. Even did a wee shift at left back once or two times, I believe he has done. But Celtic, they pummeled Aberdeen. I think I looked at one stage and possession was 85% to 15. And I'm sitting there with the score pinned on my phone, thinking, "Oh, Aberdeen going to see them out." No, it was. I knew they were always going to score. I saw a Tati have a shot where it clacked off footwear. I don't know how you pronounce the Aberdeen goalie's fucking name, like Foes or something. Jesse Foes or whatever the fuck his name is. Bounces off both his arms. He goes, like that, man. Windy liquor material, and then he finally grabs it. But it turns out it's actually their 33rd shirt. 33rd bait, as all the Celtic fans would pretend to say for Springburn. But Cal McGregor, brilliant shot into that bottom right hand corner, and it was a very good goal. And of course, it's his first competitive game since his injury. And when did he get injured? I can't actually remember when Cal McGregor actually got injured, but it was looking like a long time here that it was going to be like a significant injury to Cal McGregor, like fucking near towards the end of the season. Didn't look good, but of course the Winter World Cup has helped a lot of injuries got brought forward. We saw Connor Goldson training, and it looked like that was going to keep him out for ages. But I don't know. I feel like the training is just of course, like you'd still be out for the same amount of time, but you're not missing any games because there's been no games played since like fucking early November. So, and we are, midway through December. But Celtic, of course, now Rangers defeating Hibs closed the gap to 6 points. And this is going to be one of the tougher games for Celtic in the coming weeks to the Old Firm, even though, Aberdeen weren't very good. It was very defensive minded. It was bogging. It's the sort of performance from Aberdeen where it's only all right if you actually get a result. And they didn't. They get beat 1-0. And, at one point, what would I say, 85% possession to Celtic? That's fucking disgraceful. It was Celtic's 33rd shot that proved to be a difference maker in the end. But, Aberdeen, is it too much to ask? I'm not an Aberdeen fan, don't really care about them, but is it too much to ask from an Aberdeen fan's point of view for them to actually have a go? Do they need to play this fucking defensively? We've saw in the past couple of, months, like Ross County. Was it Ross County that beat Celtic, or was it St Mirren? Whatever one it was, I think it might have been St Mirren and Paisley. They beat them 2-0, and yet they actually outplayed them. But yet here we are greeting about the fact that Aberdeen, a team who's got much better finance, much better players, and they just put 100 people behind the ball. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter from a Celtic point of view. They got the 3 points. Aberdeen, abysmal. I think people want Goodwin's head on a stick. Maybe not that drastic. It wasn't like it was 7-0 Celtic, but it may as well have been. When you can see like 30 odd shots, near 40, there isn't much positives for Aberdeen. It was fucking freezing the day. I'm sure it was colder on Aberdeen than it was here, but it's just shite. And the fact they play Rangers next to Aberdeen, it's not really good for Rangers because you would expect some sort of response from Aberdeen, but again, I think it's just going to be another game of they sit back and get pummeled, and hopefully Rangers will score, and I think Rangers will beat Aberdeen. I feel like Michael Beale, I actually think the fact that Rangers are that shite at the back will make Aberdeen take more risks, which will open them up at the back. But anyway, guys, that'll do it for this video. Celtic 1-0, Aberdeen 0. Only a few games on the day. Hearts and Killie. What's the other game? Oh, there's 2 games on because the rest get postponed because of the weather. But until then, Peace.